It was the Birthing Better fathers who really developed all the body skills. So as you're working through this and you go through all of the videos that have all the hands-on skills, if you're a pregnant woman listening to do this, if you're a pregnant woman listening to this now, do all the skills first on your other, a man or a woman. Once they feel these skills in their body, they will not have difficulty doing this with you. So just do them together. Now, people think they know their own bodies and people think they know somebody else's body. But when you do some of these skills, another person has to put, or you have to put your hands on a person's sit bone or hip blade. You may not know where that is. So if you're being done to, take the person's hand and put it on your hip blade, or reach down, feel your sit bone, and then they can find that. Don't make it hard for each other. So the body skills are very specific. They're there to create space in your body, your bony structure, and with the soft tissue that work together. So you're going to go through how to map your pelvis and how to create space side to side, front to back. And you're going to learn how to mobilize your sacrum, map your pelvis. And then you're going to learn how to work with the soft tissue of the pelvic clog that helps the cervix dilate. And there you go. These are the only skills that you really need to sit down and do and make certain that you kind of get. Now, if you as a woman have a very mobile body and your partner's doing these skills on you and you think, yep, hip lift, done and dusted, you don't have to do it again. If your baby feels like it's getting stuck in labor, you'll remember it. Same way with the sit bone spread or the sacral maneuver. If, however, as a pregnant woman, when your partner does these on you, you're thinking, or they're thinking, you're tight, go back and do it again. Really get more focused on the soft tissue. You can do this. This is not rocket science. It's your body. You need to soften. And as you learn to soften in your pelvis more, you're also imagining your ability to give space to this big object inside. A lot of women do not want to deal with the concept of big object coming through them. They're okay, we're okay with it in our belly because our belly grows and we think big object fills up big belly. See, you can take a look, got a big belly. But the idea that that big object then has to come out of our vagina, and if we see wall charts, it's this thin little tube, we just go, nah, don't want to think about it. You have to think about it. It's pragmatics. This is why fathers develop these skills, and they'll help you prepare your body to let this big object out. Does it hurt? It can be the worst pain in your life. When you have skills, you cope with the pain. You manage the pain. You deal with it. You handle it. You work with it. You stay on top of the sensations. You choose to feel in control by applying skills when you're feeling the pain of opening your body, opening your cervix. When you prepare your body well, it opens easier. When it opens easier, it is often either much more painful because labor is much more effective, or it's much less painful because you have the skills to cope and you know that you're coping better. So the pain becomes manageable. Even when we have terrible thoughts going through our heads, we don't have to like it. And many of us didn't. So you need to understand the body is not hard to create space in. You have to do it. The one part about the body that you have to be religious about is the internal work if you plan on having a vaginal birth or a VBAC. That big object has to come out of your vagina. We've all heard about the ring of fire. What's that saying? What's that saying? That's saying a woman is tight, right? It's soft tissue. By working 5 minutes a day for 8 weeks, we can prepare all the soft tissue in the birth canal so that it opens up to the baby rather than stretches and burns and stings or the baby gets delayed. Positions, if you're laboring, that's a body. We have to work with our baby's efforts to open us up. which then is about the progression of labor. But get comfortable with your body and keep imagining your ability to open up for this object. And the closer you get to birth, whether you're planning to labor and have a vaginal birth, whether you labor and have an unplanned or emergency cesarean, whether you're having a VBAC, or whether you're having a planned cesarean or an elective cesarean, you are having a baby. You have the right to imagine the birth of your baby. You can practice all of these skills imagining this. And it's a good idea to do that. Set aside an hour once a week and say, I'm on my way to the hospital being prepped and having surgery. I'm in labor. Whatever. And incorporate your skills to doing that activity. Because you have to do the activity. And you're choosing to do that activity, whether you like it or not, in the hospital. So you want to show the people in the hospital how very skilled you are. I was skilled when I gave birth to both of my kids, one with Lamaze, where the skills were not adaptable, adjustable, and sustainable, and the second with these birthing better skills. And the skills are adjustable, adaptable, and sustainable. And my ability to understand my baby's relationship to the body, my ability to check myself and to feel the descent of this object, how to create space and get into positions that my baby liked so that my contractions were effective, to be able to massage myself down there and help my baby be born in the hospital, 8 weeks premature. It is because of how I behaved that the staff in the hospital just allowed me to continue to birth my baby. You can do it too. And if you want them to help you, ask them, work with them. And your partner, work together. Become skilled in pregnancy, be skilled in birth, and you'll be able to move right into being skilled as parents. It matters.